What's up, guys? What's up, guys? In today's episode, I go over my Bogner Uberschall. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Torres, and one question I'm always asked is, because I have a bunch of amps, is which is my favorite amp? And you would think that my all-time favorite amp I would constantly be using, but I actually don't. And that's my Bogner Uberschall Rev Blue. And I think because it's my favorite, I already know you're my favorite. You're my number one. Do I need to really play and run you through again and just to triple check and reconfirm that you're my number one? Like, you're my number one. You're my number one, Bogner. But I have all these other amps that, bro, they're just all incredible. Whether they're the PVs, the Armored, the KSR Aris that I have, the KSR PA50, my Marshalls, my Chariotone, my Soldano, my Jet Cities, my Mesas, my Engel. I have so many amps, and it's fun to have those because they each have different flavors. Like some of you guys have 2 and 3 kids. These are my kids. I'll buy an amp and I'm just like, if I had a teenage kid right now, those would be his freaking Nike Air Jordans that he's been wanting that are $600. There's my Nike Air Jordans that he would have gotten. So I decided, let me just play my Bogner for a little bit, just because aside from being a terrible guitarist and trying to make you guys bleed out of your ears, the tone is just incredible. And the one thing that stuck out when I first got it was the fact that it weighs, like at least 20 pounds heavier than all my other amps. And when you look through the back, you can see that, dude, the transformers are the size of your head. So of course that has something to do with it. I have so many guys that are just like, bro, if you want your PV to sound just as incredible, if not better than your Bogner Uberschall, you're gonna have to, you have to upgrade a few things like the output transformer, the power transformer, and then put a choke in there also. And lo and behold, everyone that I know is just like, you think your Bogner's good? Dude, you haven't seen a PV just crush every amp that you've ever had after getting it modded with some of Mercury's transformers that they make. So I actually have a choke already that I bought from them. So the next thing I need is the OT and, of course, the PT. So again, that's the one thing that sticks out with the Bogner Uberschall, is the thing is ridiculously heavy. Then whatever they did, dude, the preamp section is just brutal. And the only way to really describe it is if you have a KSR series pedal, then you know how it has this natural gain stage and grit to it. That's basically what the Bogner has up front, and then of course it just rips right through once it hits the power amp section. And I got that amp from my boy Tim, who, if you're an old school skater like I am, Tim is actually the guy who built the Animal Chin ramp for the Bones Brigade or the Powell Peralta team back in 1986, and it is featured at the end of Animal Chin, which was a skateboard video from the 80s, and at the end of the video, they run into this giant half pipe that has a mini half pipe all over. It has a transfer. It has a an entryway underneath. So Tim actually built that, and I ended up buying that from him along with one of my ESP M2 customs, because his brother is actually Eric Payne, who is the guitarist for Andrew WK, and he's actually endorsed by ESP. So, you know, how terrible is it when your younger brother is endorsed by ESP, and when he's tired of an ESP, he just gives it to you. So that's how I ended up getting one of my ESPs, was from Tim. And then, of course, a few years ago, Tim built the Animal Chin ramp again for a 30th year reunion for the Powell Peralta team, which was like Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero. I don't even know if Tommy Guerrero was there, but Mike McGill was there. So it's the old Bones Brigade. But anyway, so I bought that Bogner. It is the absolute, instantly became my favorite amp. That was Tim's favorite amp too. He just had to deal with something and sold it, and I ended up getting it for a great price. Luck, and that's how it is. So I'm going to switch over. I'm going to be using my new ESP M2 Urban Camo, which is an E2 model, loaded with EMGs, 81 and 85s, and of course I have the 24 volt pack on there. And as far as pedals go, I'm just using my high wind noise gate, and of course my always super popular Pepper's Dirty Tree. That thing is amazing, and if you're part of the heavy metal amps and pedals group, just know that between Joe and Tony, they're going to be working with together so they can have an HMAP pedal, which is going to be heavy metal amps and pedals Dirty Tree pedal that you guys can end up buying. And of course I have 4 of them, but I don't mind having 5. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me switch over. Let me grab my guitar, switch over, and I'll meet you back here. All right, guys. So, you know, apologies up front, because some of you guys complain more than girls, and it's just crazy at times. But, you know, apparently some of you guys are just like, yo, this dude has a YouTube channel with a few thousand subscribers. This dude better sound like Jim Root. And I'm just like, bro, I'm in my basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this is my fun. Yo, this is like skateboarding. Like, this is just a hobby, you know? I sit back. Yo, there have been guys like leaving all these messages, and I'm just like, bro, why are you complaining like a little girl? Yo, you know, take off that skirt, put a pair of jeans on, son. Telling me that I suck as a guitarist. Yo, this is a fucking hobby. Yeah. I swear, like, sometimes I'm just like, bro, don't complain. Of course, and I'm complaining about someone complaining, but that's how it is. So, all right, so I'm going to switch over. You guys get to hear what that sounds like. Hopefully it sounds okay. If it doesn't, then, you know, I'm not an engineer. I'm just, you know, trying to showcase what this guy sounds like. And if it doesn't sound good, just know it actually sounds amazing. So